1, 2, 3, 4.
Days wasting away, living check to check, running back to get paid. Don't know why I believe I belong at MSG. Blame it on the LSD or Generation Z. Losing feeling in my feet, cause I've been glued to my seat. These 40 hours every week have been slowly killing me. So I kill it in my bedroom, come to stage and I'm mute. What I gotta do to prove I got this fucking tattoo.
One, two, three, four.
We met up with Kieran and Jose one day. I forget why, but we just decided to jam out. And since then, we've been Backroom Portrait.
So there's this place, Johnny's. It's a coffee house that you can do open mics at. And in the back, there's all these paintings by all these artists. Backroom portraits, you know, and it's when you're going to the bathroom. It's the paintings that aren't really seen.
The way the brain works is that when you're doing something pleasurable, it releases a hormone that's like your happy hormone that makes you actually feel better. It almost always happens when you're participating in music. And so these different hormones in the brain get released depending on what you're doing, when you're doing it, and your past experiences.
Getting on stage was unparalleled. It was unmatched. It was a feeling I had never experienced. You know, when you're on stage, you have all these blinding lights, so you can't see the audience. And then the song finishes, and then I just hear the biggest applause I've ever heard. And it was breathtaking. I mean, it was unreal. Yeah, it's a feeling that I've gone back to chase because it is so hard to describe. I mean, it's like nothing else matters.
When we're using music therapeutically and somebody is participating in music, all of the emotional centers are also lighting up. So like you literally, the whole entire brain is being utilized.
I was really going through like an identity crisis. Like I didn't know who I was or what I wanted to do. And I'd never really listened to artists who were able to, I guess, articulate how I was feeling until I listened to the album Lonerism. And some of the songs in that album like described how I was feeling to like a T. And I thought it was like the craziest thing ever. Like how somebody was able to basically express exactly how so many other people are feeling.
I think you need your comfortable, consistent music that you know that's going to be there for you to push you into a place that can make you a stronger person.
It started getting hard to not feel so alone, and music definitely was always there when I felt like I had no one. And it got to a point where I just felt like there was no point in doing anything. And it was a really hard time in my life because my parents, they both came as immigrants, and they both basically gave up so much to have us here. So in that time, and even now, I feel like the thought of dropping school and following my dreams without like any backup plan is sort of a slap in the face to them.
Loss of motivation was caused from me wanting to do creative things, and my family never supported it, you know, so I lost my motivation from that until, you know, I just said like F it and like started making music.
If music wasn't guiding me, I'm pretty sure my life would pretty much be over right now, because I was struggling with depression. It just started getting worse because I didn't want to go to school, and I felt like I was starting to become pretty much a loser and a bum, and that my family didn't really see me as anything more than that. So over time, I guess these feelings of worthlessness started building up, and ultimately it led to me just contemplating suicide. I remember one night when things were getting really bad, I was listening to this song called Daze of Candy by Beach House, and one of the lyrics that kept ringing in my mind was just like that, it's gone, and she keeps repeating it over and over. And I felt like I just completely broke down when I heard that, and it kept repeating, and I felt like that was my first, I guess, wake-up call that I should definitely not be feeling like this, and that it's not like the viable option for, I guess, any situation. Because I started thinking about how like my family would feel like that, like just like that, like I would be gone. I was really impacted by Reese's death as well, so I didn't want to do that to anyone either, so.
It was more of nothing. It's more of the absence of happiness. It's not this complete distraught depression. It's just, I'm numb. I'm just going through the days, and it took me about half a year to start caring again.
When Reese died, you know, like I was really, like something was missing, you know, it was like really empty. So music filled that up, you know. Listening to music and playing it alleviated a lot of pain.
There's no day in time that you have to be better and healed from something, particularly trauma or loss.
Knowing how short life can be, knowing how quick we can be gone, really makes it seem ridiculous to do anything other than music. So in that way, I feel like, you know, I'm playing for Reese because I feel like I have to live twice the life that he never got to.
It gave me a sense of like, we need to keep Reese's like words going. Cause like in Bet, there's a part for Reese, like at the end.
Bet is a song that Jose and I wrote in my room 2018. Originally, I had my own verse, and then I wanted the second verse to be Reese. And then he passed, and I just had this empty space. And really from there, you know, it was within the week after he passed. And I was just sitting at my desk, and it was kind of like one of the first songs that I started working on afterwards. And really, it was just one of those emotions pouring out.
A lot of people might journal or do some songwriting or lyric writing, and that is certainly a great way to kind of empty out what might be inside, to process or to communicate or to express feelings or memories that are too difficult to speak out loud.
Since music is like my favorite thing in the world, like I don't want to ever stop listening to it, because then I wouldn't be able to appreciate the beauty of music and just life in general.
I can write lyrics about, you know, my grief and my feelings, and then I can also deliver it out in a very grieving way, you know, and then it'll come out into the music.
You know, I just kind of wrote this poem about how I was feeling, about how I missed him, about what's going on. And and it worked.
So bet I'ma do it, be the person I'm supposed to be. If not for myself, then I do it for a reason.
I have these lies that I tell you, and I need to tell someone the truth. So music has become that lifeline for me to tell the truth to. So music is just so important, and I don't know where I'd be without it.
I've been visualizing how long it'll last. Running from my thoughts, I'm at an impasse. Looking through the seams of all my beliefs. I can be above what I'm meant to be. And on the gray clouds and a morning sun, I really miss where it had begun. But what is there that'll ever compare to the life I see ahead of me? I was around, I was around, I was around.
I'm a goofy guy. You know. I think, is that good?